Good morning. I was getting myself together there. Good morning. It is Thursday. Again, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and go live on Instagram. We're going to get this together. I'm so grateful to see you all today. I'm Jackie Glass, Mama, Navy vet, certified doer, and the latest of legislator for the House of Delegates, 93rd District. So grateful and honored to serve with, for, and about y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'm gonna start with a couple things, and then, like I said, this is your time in the morning. So if you got any questions, it doesn't always have to be political stuff, y'all. Let me just say that it don't have to be something dealing with politics. I know that that's the fruit of the season right now. But this really is, I do these Thursday morning lives for people that are new here. Good morning, everybody. I do these Thursday morning lives for the community. I don't like to sit up here as a talking head. So you can ask all the questions and all the things. This your time. It's only 30 minutes a week, but it's what I can give, holding all the things that we hold in our hands. And I'm grateful that y'all get up and get at it with us. A couple things I just want to put on your radar that we have. Good morning. I'm always interested in usernames, especially so some of you guys can see Instagram, so you can't. But some of y'all have the coolest Instagram names, and I'm like, I know it means something. I wonder what it is. But good morning. So here's what we got coming up. Number one, September 29th, I am having a fundraiser called All Ski 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 Ski. We're taking, I think, 6 people skeet shooting as a fundraiser and going to talk about gun safety and, the state of gun usage. As y'all, I mean, people might not know, I I own firearms safely. I own several firearms, and I like to shoot. Um, I might not be the best at it, but I do love to shoot. I love to shoot skeet. I do it pretty much every other Sundays with my spouse. We go skeet shooting, I and I like it. And I'm not good at it. So that's is a testament that you can have hobbies that you may not be the best at, but learning and growing and all those things. So we'll be having all ski skis September 29th. I'm definitely going to post it. The slowness to posting things is me. As I told y'all, I've got a lot I'm holding in my hands now that I sent my son off to college. And my mom's doing, I'd like to say she's doing great post her stroke this summer. And we've gotten her transportation and stuff, and that's a whole nother thing. Like, I feel like I got a lot of work to do on transit and people that are disabled and the way it works. It's not a hot mess, but it could definitely use some help. So the posting is on me, and it's been a little bit slow, and that means that maybe y'all are not getting a snapshot into all the work that we're doing. But I assure you, y'all, I'll be out in these streets. I just haven't put any pictures out there. I'm looking for somebody. I'm just saying that I'm looking for someone to help lift that response from us. Maybe a young person or something. So if y'all know anybody that might be interested in helping our office out and just being our social media that can take a stipend, because I don't make a lot. I can take a stipend to do it. I welcome all the feedback. So all ski ski. September 29th. And then I think we're doing it again October 26th, whatever that Sunday is. So we'll have 2 all ski skis. You'll have 2 chances to do all ski ski. And then next year we'll probably do like bees in the trap. And that'll be trap shooting. Yes, because trap shooting is different from ski shooting, 2 totally different things, all clays, but all fun. Then mark your calendar, October 8th, my G. We are having couples karaoke at Boss Queens. That's another fundraiser. So if you, let me say this, I don't sing well. I don't sing well, okay? Maybe in the shower. But I do love some good karaoke. So couples karaoke. Let me backtrack. So the skeet shooting, that's in the morning. That's from probably like 8 to 11. couples karaoke on at Boss Queens on the 8th of next month is in the evening, 5:30, I believe, 5:30 to 8 or something like that. But we've got a special guest that's from Portsmouth that uh will be singing, and it's a competition. So I've got some pretty profiley women, men and women that are going to come out and going to sing and hopefully get us jumping. Okay, and then what else do we have? I think that's it. I think that's it. So if y'all got events and things going on, please drop them in the comments. Good morning, Mr. Little. Drop them in the comments. Let us know so we can do all the stuff and things. All right. So, yo. All right, this Tuesday, we had our policy roundtable. If y'all missed it, we had a virtual policy roundtable about the speed cameras. And tell me in the box, like if in the chat, like if y'all have seen these speed cameras that we got now, like yeah, speed cameras is no joke. I'll tell you, like I didn't even, I knew that it was coming because I heard the bills on it, but yeah, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up speeding in school zones. The speed by law. So just so that y'all understand, by law right now in the Commonwealth of Virginia, speed cameras are only allowed within, I believe, 175 feet of a school zone where there has been an accident that has occurred within the past 10 years. So since 2014, if an accident has occurred in that space, then there's a speed camera there. I'm guessing, but I'm pretty sure we go back to session the second Wednesday of every January. I'm in Richmond for either 45 or 60 days. And if you're interested in coming up to session and seeing, we try to get an extra space where we stay at our Airbnb to allow people to, maybe if they have the bandwidth to experience it. It's something that's super important. I think you just need to come through, come with it, be a part. Oh, Bendo times 2. Yep. It's one on Chesapeake Boulevard by Norwood High. Yep. Because and I know hold on. I can tell my camera is shoddy. So I'm going to switch over here. I'm going to switch over so that we don't do this the whole time. Okay. Making sure. I'm putting the hotspot on. It's just a little bit more reliable. Give me 1 second. I'm going to switch to my hotspot because it's been spotty over here. They're doing some work. All right. Good to go. That's much better, I think. Am I good? Or maybe it's the space I'm in. I just know I'm getting a little spotty. You guys let. Okay. All right. Is this better? Are we good? Okay, that looks so much better, but I know that it can get real spotty where I'm at over here. So I'm just gonna keep rolling. Right. There's one by Booker T. There's they're only in school zones right now. And until the law changes, that's just the way it's going to be for all of us, for every last one of us. That's just how it's going to shake out. So didn't mean to get y'all flustered up here because So I don't know what's happening with my internet. All right. So what I did want to do is remind y'all that I leave for session. I'm going to be in session in January. And why that is so important, y'all, is because what happens is a lot of bills and a lot of ideas are going to start rolling down about how we do business in the Commonwealth. And I need y'all to remember, right? If I say nothing else, I need you to remember that subcommittee. Please say it aloud in your head, like mentally put it there. Subcommittee, subcommittee, subcommittee. If we don't get to looking at these bills when they're in subcommittee, then some of this stuff could die. Some of this stuff could be never exist or could happen and don't even know it. What I wanted to do is give you guys a snapshot of what it looks like to see a subcommittee meeting. Especially on speed cameras. That was something that I had the privilege of being a part of. I'm the subcommittee chair for the House Committee Transportation Innovation Subcommittee. So I hear a lot of different kinds of bills, specifically on any sort of innovation. So we had the speed cameras, but I also had towing. I don't know how that's innovation, but we did have towing. Okay, let me take this question before I show this video, and I'm going to show a little video of like what happens in the committee, and I'll tell you exactly why I'm showing you this video, because I think it's important to understand like what's happening when a bill is first coming to the light of the General Assembly. So it says, can you tell me, SB, and for those of you guys on all the other platforms, this is on Instagram, so I can't show the question. I'm going to read it. Can you tell me why automobile insurance does not apply if your car is injured or not physical injuries? Okay, so I'm gonna read this again. Can you tell me why automobile insurance does not apply if only your car is insured and not physical injuries? I'm not sure. I think we probably need to break that down a little bit, because I think you're saying it doesn't, I don't know what you mean by doesn't apply, meaning you, doesn't apply. I'm trying to understand what that means. Here's what I'm going to do for you, SB, because I think this is important too. I'm going to give you a link to come into the do if you have the opportunity. I'm going to share it to your, I'm going to actually send you a link to hop on the morning dew to ask your question, because it seems a little bit more complicated than a text back and forth. And I want you to get the opportunity to share what you're saying with us. SV, I hope I'm doing this right. Getting this SGV. Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm following you back, right? I'm going to send you a message, and then I'll send you a link to the actual post. And that's the thing. I want to give you guys the opportunity to come and be a part of the morning dew, should you choose. I did the live and unfiltered the other night. I don't think if some of y'all might have saw it. It was pretty good, where we had people just pop on and kind of tell us what they had going on. All right, I'm sending it to you right now, okay? All right, the link I just sent you will allow you to come right in and talk with us on here. I'll see you pop up at the bottom of the screen. So when you're ready, you can come in and join us with your question, okay? Sounds good, sound great. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. When I'm hearing bills, y'all, sometimes people get reckless with their words, but sometimes it's really emotional. And I don't know if you would expect a bill about speed cameras to be something that was truly emotional. And it was one of the toughest, one of the hardest emotionally committee meetings that I went in, because let's think about it. Why do people want speed cameras? And I know it's such a weird thing to be talking about early in the morning. Why do people want speed cameras? Oftentimes it's because there has been a loss of life, some serious injuries. And so the people that were coming into that committee meeting, that subcommittee meeting, because I want y'all to put that in your mind, like that's where it starts. The people that were coming in, had some very real experiences where they lost a friend, they lost a loved one, and they're like, look, these things just need to be everywhere. And if you're in our city, people are like, look, just put them cameras up because Valentine's a drag strip. Uh, 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 Lafayette's a drag strip. Like people like they just want folks to they just want people to ride safely in their space and place. Oh my goodness, Mary. Hi. Receiving. Good morning. So what I wanna do is I'm going to give y'all a little bit of what I try to do, deference, right? Like really level out the room when we are when I'm having these sorts of conversations, because it can be really hard. It can be really hard because people will come for your neck. It should be in your chat, SGV podcast. It should be in your chat. I just sent it. I just sent it in the chat in your messages on Instagram, and we'll check right after I share this video. Okay. All right. So I think you all can see. You should be able to see my screen, and I'm gonna press play. I think you can see. Yeah. Can you guys? Can I get a thumbs up? Somebody tell me they can see. There it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, I'm gonna make this bigger so that you can just see the video, and we will go from here. Gratitude. So what I will again use my privilege as the chair on this of the subcommittee here is I'm going to express gratitude to all four of the patrons and the hard work and sort of hustle and bustle that has happened over the past couple of days. It has been a jaunt. We had come to the conclusion that we tried to do this 4 different ways. We had 4 really different methods, 4 different lenses, 4 different communities. And I know that there is a lot more work to be done so that when we do this and when we do enact legislation, that we do it from a place of truth, knowledge with the stakeholders at the table. I expect that the 4 patrons will be leaders on this issue in the coming year because it doesn't live or die here. With that, I'm going to entertain a motion, and I know that there's a commitment from the patrons on this because we've had this conversation to carry this over so that we all can have a more robust conversation about how we execute this because we don't want to piecemeal this legislation. Right? Each of your bill could have killed the other on one way or another. We make the commitment to the folks in these rooms, our local pedestrian and bike safety commissions, as well as our state commission, to work on this so that we can bring something back that addresses the rural community, addresses urban areas, and addresses the true need here. And I think the patrons have committed to that. With that, I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, as you have so articulated, I'd like to move to continue this bill so the wonderful work that has begun, we can finish it and have a wonderful product next year.
Yeah, right. So that particular that particular meeting, you all what I meant by continuing was that I knew that day we weren't passing no legislation, right? And that can be hard because you got people that's like, look, my best friend was killed, my child was injured, my life is altered, I was hit by a car. And that is why this work, and I'm going to stress this, that is why when I'm telling you at the summertime, yo, you got to get stuff to me because I would like to work with other people that might be working on this. We had 4 different people come up with 4 different ideas on how we should implement speed cameras across the entire Commonwealth of Virginia, right? Actually, it was 5 because there was another bill in the Senate. So there's 5 different legislators, right? 0.002% of people in the Commonwealth get to become legislators. So you got 5 people out of the 140 people trying to fix this problem. None of them have talked to each other, or maybe they've had conversations in passing, but that comes before me. And just imagine if you've had siblings, or you've dealt with a group of people. Imagine everyone coming to the table with 5 different ways to answer one question, right? And you got to pick which one is the right answer when each of them have elements of truth. And so that's why we do this work out front. And that's why when I say I'm encouraging y'all over the summer to get at me, get information, work. So I never want to walk in and not have talked to other folks that might be trying to do the same thing I'm doing, or haven't talked to organizations that may be looking at the bill. So like, look, it's on. It's on. So as doers, as doers, I'm gonna ask you, right? Like before we go off to in January, I'm going to release my legislative agenda on October 31st, right? Around that time frame. It'll be an open forum where you guys can tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you think, and then we can get ourselves ready for the General Assembly. I don't want to ever, and that was a hard thing to do. This year was my first year being a subcommittee chair, and it was not fun to tell people that we're not doing their bill. I mean, sometimes it was just necessary. It was like, wait, did we think this through? I mean, like, come on, are we, but sometimes people are really convicted, and that's the reality of it is that you've got 140 people that feel like what they're doing is representative of their community. So of course they might go hard for it. Then you have people that just feel like they always right. And that's also another thing. There's a level of egos in this work. Y'all, like, there's a level. That's right. Mary, help me help you. There's a level of, there's egos. There's all these things that we have to manage. So I try to make our job representing the district that I represent, making sure that I'm showing up as well-informed, well-prepared, well-read representative. Because I'm not trying to be out here having y'all looking crazy. They like, what they sent it? What they sent it for Norfolk? What is this? I never want that for you. I don't want that for my mama. I don't want that for my daddy. I don't want that for my kids. Nothing, right? And maybe that is a little bit of pride and ego, but I do take pride and ownership of the things that you as a community helped me bring forth. I will say on our legislative agenda, I'm really happy to say that I think 2 or 3 of the bills came directly from citizens in district. No joke. And that I'm just like, yes. And they're solving real problems that we had no idea were things we didn't know. I had no freaking idea until someone in the community was like, hey, this is a problem. And I hear problems all the time, y'all, but that doesn't mean that we got to go change the law all the time. That's not what that means. But it's like really dope when I'm able to say this came directly from a constituent, and here's the thing we're trying to solve. And when that constituent gave us the issue, one I'll say particularly had to do with live music and ABC laws, like that bill. I went and started talking to restaurant owners and venue owners, and all of them are like, yep, that's a problem. Yeah, if everybody's saying it's a problem, then what are we doing? That doesn't mean that the law's going to pass, because what I have to do is go work the bill and got to go and talk to all the people and make it right. But that's why I say I need y'all. That is why I say I need you in this process. Okay. All right. So also, like I said, make sure you drop, if you got any events, drop them in the comments so that I can address them. I did not see, I'm going to try and send this to you again. Okay. Over chat, SGV podcast. I just sent it again, to your, but check, I may be in your general or your primary or general. So sometimes that happens to me when people send me a message. It's not in the general tab. I have to, or not in the primary tab. It might be in the general, or it might be in the request tab. So SVG podcast, if you didn't see the link, check those other things. You couldn't find the link. That's you, Miss Janice? Is that you on Instagram? Did you just come over to Facebook? Yeah, if you could, here, I'm gonna put it over here. If you're over here, Miss Janice, I'm gonna send it, and you should be able to click on it right here, and then we'll go a little bit longer to answer your particular question. to answer your particular questions. All right, so what y'all got? What do we have? So I'm also, for those of you who are joining us late, I'm going to go back through the stuff we got going on, because I do want y'all to understand that no money, no mission. That's real. It can be difficult. This work can be very, very trying. So we've got a couple fundraisers coming up. We got All Skeet Skeet, a skeet shooting event that's going to be happening on September 29th. There'll be only 6 slots for people to come and shoot. So that's all that I can handle on a Sunday morning to people. So there'll be 2 opportunities, September 29th and I think October 26th. Or maybe it's September 26th. It's a Sunday. I should know that. I should not be saying that out loud, not knowing that. So my apologies. Don't beat me up. From 9 to 11. Please, please, please mark your calendars for October 8th. October 8th is our big, big couples karaoke fundraiser. We want to see you there. You get to donate and put your pennies in on people, some special guests that'll be high profile guests that'll be singing karaoke and competing against me and my spouse. And let me just say, me and my spouse don't play. Okay. I might not sing, but I can compete. So it'll be your opportunity to vote with your dollars on who should win the couples karaoke match off. All right. Which is going to be great, which is going to be amazing. I'm just saying it out loud. I'm claiming it. It's going to be a big deal and we're going to have a good time. We're going to do our best. Okay. I see you, Miss Roslyn. I miss you too, neighbor. I miss you. I'm sending you all the love and hugs. Miss Janice, I just put the link in the in the chat on Facebook and YouTube or wherever you want to find it. So if you want to, if you need to hop in, let's get it. Because it is 7:30. I want to be respectful of your time. My ask is that you put us in your budget. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I'm still looking for maybe a college student that is interested in possibly coming up to Richmond with us. I'm more interested in a filmmaker type of person than political science, but we will interview and get who we get that's the right fit for us. But our ask as we take care of getting intern folks, take care of staff, and just operational, I ask that you put us in your budget. If for 2025, if you can put us in your budget for $25 a month, that would be that. If I could get 200 people to put us in their budget for $2,500 a month, we would be able to do all the things, which that means pay staff, keep, StreamYard, these sorts of things that we use costs. So that's all we're trying to do. In that same vein, know that I'm working with other legislators. We're having serious conversations. And I know it kind of is like y'all are, it's not fun to have to always go to your friends, family, and community members and ask them to donate. And I know that's just one way to support. But I also think that as the way our Commonwealth does business with legislatures, if you are not retired or wealthy, it can be very difficult to, which I'm neither, right? It can be very difficult to be participatory. I'm just fortunate enough that I have a partner in life that can hold us down. And that's not always fun either. Like, can hold it down while I do this legislature thing. I make $647, I believe, a year doing this work, which my staff, I get a budget. I say this out loud. I think just it's important for y'all to understand. I get a budget for staff that's about $63,000, and I can split that however I need to between staff members, but only one of my staff members can get health care and all that stuff, like get all the benefits of the office. The way that we choose to do it, and I think I should do a video on just this. The way I choose to do it is I have one person, and my staff makes more than I do, hands down. Like, there's no, like, 3 times as much, right? 3 times as much. But the way that I do it, and this is also to make sure that I'm able to show up for y'all, because I fail sometimes, right? Like sometimes we miss a call, we miss an email, like there's a level of failure because we don't necessarily have the people resources or things. Because I also have to keep a day job, like it just like not even being funny. This is uh, part-time job number three, right? Like this is part-time pay, full-time job. And then I produce, most of you guys know, shout out to Truth Be Told Virginia. If you haven't heard the new project that I've been working on, Truth Be Told, Colon, Virginia, with my partner Hannah of Heard Productions, working on these historically Black faces, places, and spaces stories and getting them across the Commonwealth. But yes, there are other things. So the way I do it to keep one, cost down, two, to make sure that we are able to show up as best we can for you all, is I have my one person that it gets all the benefits. And then what I do is I pay one other person out of the state fund. So like instead of using all of the $63,000 for one employee, which they probably deserve that and more. I split it up, and then there's another little stipend of that goes to an employee, and then out of pocket. By out of pocket, I mean like I have to fundraise, and then I have to pay dues too. So that's a thing that's I'm kind of in trouble for because I haven't paid my dues yet or finished paying them, but that's something I have to fundraise to do it. But I pay my staff. I pay one staff member out of pocket. Uh, um, sort of, yeah, like not sort of by out of pocket. I mean by only the things that I fundraise. So then there's a minimum to fundraise about $40,000 a year plus dues plus operational expenses, which means every year I probably should be fundraising about $60,000 just to break even, just to like pay for staff, pay my dues, and do the operational the database system and stuff that we use. But what's really interesting is this year that the state is showing us a new program they might have for us. Oh, good morning, Miss Jan. I'm trying, and you're doing an amazing job. I know I have been seeing all of the collaborations and things that you have been up to with SAG, Seniors Aging Gracefully. You all, what this is an amazing program. All the collabs and all the things that you're doing. You know, we be pinching the penny for purpose. For purpose. So yeah, that's it. That's what I'm doing. And that's why I asked, just put us in your budget. If you can put us in your budget for $10 a month, amazing. If you put us in your budget for $25, for $50 a month, it's much appreciated. It just is. Everything goes to something. And then also find an org like SAG that maybe you want to give 5, 10, because all of these organizations, for profit or not, I'm not a for-profit organization, but all of these organizations are just trying to do one thing: serve. And remember, as my good friend Kizia over at the Young Investor Group says to me, "No money, no mission," and that is a fact. So that is all, y'all. I didn't get you in here today, but until next time, I will see you all next Thursday. I'll say this weekend I will be out of town. Two things. I'm just going to share why, because I think it's important. So number one, y'all know we sent that boy off to college, right? Like he gone. And he joined the rugby team, which I'm so nervous about because he has already had concussions. So I'm going to go to that boy's rugby team on rugby game on Saturday. And then I serve on the committee for agriculture, Chesapeake, and natural resources. So that means that we have retreats. We have a retreat where we have to sit together as a committee, and that's on Sunday and Monday. So I'll drive to Southwest Virginia because the boys' game is at VMI, which is a little bit of ways away. So I'll drive out to VMI and then head to, I want to say Harrisonburg. I'm not sure. Like I know it's I know I'm going hours and oodles and hours away, but this is to also learn more about the agriculture part. So if you're in the food business, if you care about the Bay or the natural resources that we have here, our committee will be doing some learning before we go back up to Richmond in go back to Richmond in January, and I probably won't be back in town until Monday night, maybe even Tuesday morning. But I'll be working. I just won't be in district, but I'll be doing work for the district, and also loving on my adult child, who will be 18 in, wow, he'll be 18 in a couple days. I'm excited for him. So yeah, that's right. All right. Until next time, I'm Jackie Glass, Mama, Navy Vet, Certified Doer, and the Laced Up Legislator for the House of Delegates, 93rd District. Honored to serve. Doers, go get your stuff done. We operate. Listen, I love you, Miss Jan. She said we operate off faith and committed friends. She ain't never lied. So thank you to my committed friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, hold on. Change is coming. All right. Good day, y'all. Take care. Have a good one.